Have you ever had a truly brilliant idea, something you were really excited about, just poof, evaporate into thin air a few seconds later? Well, today we're going to talk about a super simple habit that's like a net for those fleeting thoughts, so you can make sure your best ideas never get away from you again.
You know that exact moment I'm talking about, right? It's so frustrating. You're in the car, in the shower, or you're just about to fall asleep and bam, this genius idea hits you. A solution to a problem, a perfect line for that email, whatever it is. And you think, oh, I'll definitely remember this later. But you never do. And listen, this isn't some personal failing. It's literally how our brains are wired. Our working memory, it's like a tiny little whiteboard. It can only hold a couple of things at once before it has to be wiped clean for whatever's next.
And oh man, we have all been there, haven't we? Trying to retrace our steps, trying to get that little spark back. It's like chasing a ghost. But what if I told you there's a really simple, really concrete way to stop losing those ideas for good?
Well, here's the secret. The solution that most successful writers use isn't some complicated system or, some innate talent they were just born with. Nope. It's something way more fundamental. Something anyone, and I mean anyone, can do. It's the simple but incredibly powerful act of writing a memo.
So what are we actually talking about here? A memo, in this case, is just a note to yourself. That's it. It's all about capturing those little things, those fleeting thoughts, a funny bit of conversation you overheard, an interesting observation, a cool phrase you read. You just jot it down so you can come back to it later.
Now, here's what's so cool about this. This is not some exclusive tool for the creative geniuses of the world. Far from it. This is the foundational building block for pretty much all good writing. It's a habit that you build, not a talent that you're just born with.
Okay, but if you want to make this habit really stick and actually work, there is one rule. One single, non-negotiable rule. And this is the key that unlocks the whole thing. It's all about timing. It's the difference between capturing an idea and just having an idea.
So here's the choice we all face. On one side, you have the failing mindset. It's that little voice that says, I'll get to it later. We lie to ourselves, right? We think, I'll remember this. But that little mental whiteboard is already being wiped clean. The successful mindset, it's all about immediate action. The second that idea surfaces, you grab it. You write it down, right then.
And here's why that's so critical. Your conscious mind, which you're aware of right now, it's just the surface of this deep, deep ocean. Ideas are like these little bubbles that float up from your unconscious. The physical act of writing them down is what snatches them out of the water and puts them on solid ground. If you don't grab them the second they break the surface, they sink right back down, and they're often lost for good.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Just capturing ideas is only the beginning. As you start to build this habit, something truly remarkable starts to happen. There's this hidden reward, something deeply personal that goes way beyond just being more productive or creative.
There was one writer who, after years of doing this, looked back at all of his old notebooks filled with these memos, and he had this huge realization. These weren't just a random pile of ideas. They were a detailed record of his life, a perfect snapshot of who he was and what he was thinking in those exact moments.
I mean, just imagine that for a second. Your notebooks, they basically become your own personal time machine. Those faded pencil marks and random thoughts, they're not junk. They are a gateway back to your past self. They're this tangible collection of your own memories and your own imagination, and that is what makes them way too precious to ever throw away.
So if you're not totally convinced yet, let's look at this another way. Think of the memo habit as the most profitable business you could ever possibly start. Seriously. It's an investment in yourself that has a guaranteed, totally risk-free return that just keeps growing over time.
It all starts with one tiny little seed, a single memo. A note about the way a shadow falls on the street. But then, as you come back to it, as you think about it, that seed starts to sprout. That shadow connects to a memory, which sparks an idea for a character. You expand on it, you revise it, and before you know it, what started as this tiny, fleeting thought has grown into a rich, meaningful story.
Ultimately, this habit, it really becomes like a trusted friend. It costs you nothing to start, just a little bit of attention. It actually makes your life more enjoyable, less boring, because you start actively looking for interesting details. It enriches your whole inner world. And the absolute best bonus prize on top of all that, you naturally become a better, more thoughtful writer almost without even trying.
So, here's the final thought I want to leave you with. Every single idea, every quirky observation you have,
It's a unique gift from your own mind. They're little pieces of you. So the only question left is, are you ready to start collecting them?